Hi, I go to Youth Connections, an alternative Year 11 program on the Central Coast. This class is for kids like me who are unable to attend any other school, but we have to go to school because we are not yet 17. We are told that in the May budget, the Youth Connections and partner broker schemes will not be refunded, and there is nothing to take the place of these programs. Some young people are not ready for work and have lots of issues such as homelessness, drug and alcohol abuse, depression, anxiety, and we don't have much money. My question is, Minister Pyne, what will you and your government do for kids like me and my mates when the Youth Connections and Partnership broker programs are gone in January next year?
Christopher Pyne.
Well, Riley, the Youth Connections and Partnerships broker programs were established in 2010 for 3 years, and the Labor Party, when they were in government, funded them for 1 extra year. So that was one of those lovely landmines that they left for the incoming government because they
You're calling this program a landmine, are you? It sounds like it's actually doing some good, whereas landmines kill people.
Well, I actually hadn't finished my opening sentence, Tony, but if that's the way we're going to do it tonight, that's fine. But no, I wasn't describing the program as a landmine. I was describing Labor's only funding it for 1 year so that it finished in the first year of a coalition government as laying a landmine for the incoming government. That's what they did in many areas. This is just another one of them because Labor, like a lot of people, didn't think they were going to get re-elected, and so they didn't fund this program into the future, which means that the incoming government has to make decisions about spending priorities. Obviously, the budget is Tuesday week, tomorrow week, and there hasn't been any announcement that Youth Connections or Partnership brokers will be abolished. There is certainly a campaign being waged by those people in Youth Connections and Partnership brokers to keep them open. The government's priorities are to ensure that we have either employment options for young people if they leave school, or apprenticeships and traineeships, or alternatively stay at school until they finish, till they're 18. And one of the things that I want to do as Higher Education Minister is ensure that as many people as possible can access university who want to. Now, one of the great things in the last few years that has been available at university are enabling courses and sub-bachelor or diploma courses which give people who are first-generation university goers the opportunity to get to university even if they haven't finished Year 12.
Christopher Pyne, we'll go to the university issues later because there are plenty of people with questions on that, but will you keep this program alive or will you, in fact, stop funding it, as everyone is expecting? There's been a whole series of stories in the newspapers where Riley comes from saying this program is dead in the water.
Well, that's very emotive language. The budget hasn't been released yet. It'll be released Tuesday week.
Do you want to keep it going?
Well, what I want to do is make sure that the government provides opportunities for young people to either be in training, apprenticeships, university or jobs. And the entire suite of policies that we will announce next week will, I hope, and I think most people hope, lead in that direction. Now, whether Youth Connections or Partnership brokers in their current form continue is something that we'll discover next Tuesday, and I can't preempt the budget.
OK, well, just before you go on, I just want to go back to Riley, who asked the question. You've heard what the Minister is saying. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, it seems to me that you don't really have any concerns for us kids if this, if Youth Connections does stop getting funded.
Well, Youth Connections didn't exist before 2010, and governments, whether they were Labor or Liberal, obviously cared about young people leaving school or being in school. So, well, Labor was in power for the 3 years before 2010, so that laughter must have been for the Labor government as well. But what I'm saying is before 2010, there were programs in place for young people, but the most important thing that governments can do is ensure that the economy is growing to give young people the opportunity for jobs, and if they're not in jobs, to be in training or university.
OK,
that is the highest priority of any government.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.